It is better to live your own destiny imperfectly rather than to live an imitation of somebody else's life perfectly. Hey, this is me Nivya, and today I'm going to tell you a story, and you will need to guess which book it is. The book is very popular and it's very easy guess in fact. Before I tell you the story, I'll give you 3 hints. You might even catch the book with these 3 hints. So let's start. My first hint for you. This book is a real story of an author and was later made into a movie. A few of you might have already got the answer right. Let's go to the second hint. This book has helped a lot of people to come out of depression. And the third hint, a lot of us Indians have watched the movie Zindagi Na Milegi Dobara and has been inspired to go and travel around the world with your friends and also do something adventurous. Similarly, this book has inspired a lot of people to go for a solo trip, especially women. I think a lot of you already would have got which book this is, but if in case you have not got, let's start with the story and let's figure out if you are able to get the book or not. So the story goes this way. The author is very educated, has a successful career, has a house and a husband, but she is very depressed and unhappy with her marriage. She is afraid that one day she will have to settle down at one place and have babies. She was completely in panic mode and in grief. One day while her husband was sleeping, she sneaks out from the bedroom and goes to bathroom and starts crying, and for the first time in her life she prays to God. And then she hears a voice, maybe her inner self, or as she addresses in this book, God responds to her, and that's when she realizes the presence of God. After a few months, she decides to divorce her husband. And at the same time when the procedure of divorce is happening, she will need to travel to Bali for a magazine assignment where she meets a medicine man who reads her palm and tells her that exactly after 1 year they will meet again, and that she is also going to lose all her money immediately. But not to worry, she will gain the money back as well. After the assignment is over, she goes back to New York, and then officially she and her husband divorce. Post her divorce, she plans to go for a world trip all alone. First, she visits Italy to study the art of pleasure. She visits a lot of cities in Italy and has a lot of food, amazing food, and also learns Italian. She finds joy and happiness while having food and also while learning Italian. She chose Italy itself because she believed that Italian people know how to enjoy life with pleasure. Later, she visits India on a quest of self-discovery. She stays in an ashram, and in the initial stage, she finds it quite difficult to concentrate during meditation. But later, as she masters her mind, she finds peace in her soul. She makes a few friends in this ashram. And generally, when foreigners come to India, they would want to travel across India to experience the culture and to visit different places in India. Even she had the same plan, but once she figured out that she found the peace in her soul in this ashram, she decides to stay for the entire 4 months in this ashram, and she doesn't travel anywhere else in India. Later, she travels down to Bali to meet the medicine man whom she met a year ago to study the art of balancing the worldly pleasure and the divine transcendence. In the middle of her journey in Bali, she meets a Brazilian guy with whom she falls in love with. And then she realizes that love makes her life more meaningful. So by now you would have understood that this book starts with escaping from depression to searching for worldly pleasure and then surrendering to the divine system or spirituality and then finding the balance between these two. If you've read this book, I'm pretty much sure you understood which book I'm speaking about, but if you watch the movie, pretty well you would have understood the book again, because the title of the book and the movie is the same. And also let me know if you have been inspired by this book in one or the other way through the comment section. With that, this is Nivya signing off. Keep reading a lot of books. Happy reading. Bye. Take care.